Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. As you can tell, I'm decked out in Cowboys gear right now. I am a Cowboys fan, but I gotta say, it's tough being a Cowboys fan. They're just the most disappointing team to watch. But with that being said, we are well deep into the football season, and today I wanted to get another NFL video out for you. We're going to be looking at the best NFL fights ever. Alright, this first fight is between Steve Smith Sr. and Malcolm Jenkins, Panthers versus the Saints. And Smith makes the catch and gets to the end zone and starts celebrating. And a player for the Saints comes in, kind of like with a late hit here. He just absolutely slams in after he already got the touchdown. Like, he shouldn't have hit him there. And Senior just, he takes the hit, gets right back up, spins the football, rubs it in, and then he gets into it, but with a unrelated player. He just goes at the nearest guy he could find. He was just so like lit and angry that he really didn't even know who to go after here. And then it kind of breaks down to a whole scuffle. Some guys getting some punches in, and then Smith kind of gets out of the pile and looks like he got away unscathed. This fight, honestly, like, not the best NFL fight I've ever seen, but it is kind of funny that he went after the wrong guy, and they kind of just like grabbed each other, and then Smith put him down pretty easily. It wasn't like any crazy punches or anything, but I think the fact that he went after the wrong guy just makes it funny. I'll give this like a 7 out of 10. This next fight is between Santana Moss and Corey Webster, the Washington football team, which is the Redskins, also the Commanders now, and versus the Giants. This is 2009. And so we got like looks like they stopped him on the run. And then in the back you see the Redskins player lose his helmet and the Giants player just absolutely like bring him to the ground. That's definitely a very dangerous situation to be in. I guess it was the receiver and the cornerback. They were just going at it. They're throwing punches. And the Giants player literally punched the helmet off the Redskins guy. And then he got like suplexed basically. This was a pretty like nasty fight, dang. I wonder if Moss was like injured after this, because that's a pretty nasty fall, especially without the helmet. And they're just like, dang, they're just like elbowing and punching. This one's pretty nasty. It wasn't like the cleanest punch, but it definitely was a scrapple. Yeah, it was a good fight. I'll give it like an 8 out of 10 just because of the danger it posed. The third fight here today is between the Steelers and the Browns in 2004. This one, I don't know what started it, but the helmet's off again, and they're just throwing punches at each other. And then one of the Steelers' helmets comes off as well, and then it just kind of like becomes a whole riot. Basically, they're all just in the pile going at it. It always amazes me that these football players just take full-on like swings. They just punch another man in the head who has a helmet on. Like, that's gotta hurt you more than it's hurting them. This one definitely a little crazy. I don't think it's as good as the last one. I'll give it like a 7.5 out of 10. Just the fact that both teams had helmets flying off makes it pretty exciting. This might be the wildest one yet. Kevin Gilbride and Buddy Ryan, they're coaches on the same team, offensive and defensive coordinator. They had been beefing all season apparently, and they literally swing at each other on the sidelines. It's two old men just fighting each other in a football game. They literally punch. That's crazy. And then the players get involved. This is definitely like the weirdest, wildest fight I've seen. And they're on the same team too. It's not like it's just two opposing coaches. It's two coaches on the same team fighting. I'll give this one a 9 out of 10. It wasn't the best punch, but just the absurdity of this fight gives it a really high rating because you never see something like this. This next one's pretty wild as well. The Rams versus Giants. This is when the Rams were in St. Louis. Odell gets tackled out of bounds, and the Rams player pushes him once he's already down. Odell just kind of loses it, and the cameraman is like literally in the fight. Like, the camera is just right there, and you see the other cameraman running away, and it just becomes a whole mess on the sideline. Players that weren't even in the play are getting involved, and it just keeps going. It punches, guys falling down. And I think the fact that like even the cameraman was involved was pretty funny. Yeah, this is crazy. That's a good fight. I'll give that like a 9 out of 10 as well. That was pretty wild. Next one is crazy too. The Jaguars versus Bengals. The play happens and you don't really see what's happening, but then the cameras pan over. I think it's the receiver and the cornerback freaking Bengals player literally like chokeholds the Jaguars player, and then while he's down, he's taking punches at him, and then you see all the linemen and both sides just run into the play, and then the one guy like comes in and like pushes the Bengals player over. This is a pretty crazy fight, and just like the fact that like no one knew what was happening until the cameras panned, like it almost seemed like it was like filmed for a movie. It just was like, it's just crazy. I gotta look at this tackle again. He literally chokeholds him and brings him to the ground. He like, oh, okay, so the Jaguars player started it. I see that. So, I mean, Bengals guy definitely overreacted, but I mean, to be fair, he kind of had it coming. He chokeholded him, then he suplexed him, and then the Jaguars guy comes in and like just pushes him over. That's a crazy fight. This one, I think just the fact that it was like so dramatic makes it a 10 out of 10. So the video I'm reacting to here included another Odell fight. I guess he's always getting into it. This one kind of went on all game between the Panthers and the Giants, and Odell was just involved in every little scuffle. Yeah, it just built up. They were going at it all game, grabbing each other's jerseys, pushing each other, and it finally culminated with a pretty nasty, kind of a cheap shot, honestly. Odell came, well, I mean, to be fair, Odell came in and he also had a cheap shot. He just got involved in the play, and he wasn't really involved. He just came running in for a tackle. And so the Panthers guy like knees him while he's on the ground. This one was pretty like bang bang, it just happened fast. Ooh, oh, I see it again. Odell went in with his helmet, which I'm pretty sure that's like illegal now. You can't do like the head first tackles. I mean, I'm not an NFL expert, but I'm pretty sure that you can't do that. And so the Panthers guy just knees him while he's down, slams his head into the ground. This one, just the fact that it went on all game, I think makes it like a pretty epic fight here, just back and forth. And I'll give this one, I'll give it an 8 out of 10. They definitely played a little dirty, but it was a pretty crazy fight. Aqib Talib and Michael Crabtree have some deep running bad blood here. So a year prior, they got involved in a scuffle, and I believe it is Talib rips off the chain. Yes, Talib rips off the chain of Crabtree. So then a year later, they're getting involved, and Crabtree literally blocks Talib out of bounds, and Talib gets ran into a guy on the lines. He didn't deserve to catch a body there. And then so all the teams come running in, but somehow Talib and Crabtree get away from the pile, and they're literally like full on fist fighting, helmets off at this point, and they both got ejected from the game. I think the fact that this like ran so deep, this rivalry, makes this fight pretty epic. I would have hoped to see a little more solid punches here since they had such a build up to it, but just the fact that there was like this history behind it makes it a great fight. I'll give it a 9 out of 10. I remember this next fight between Mason Rudolph and Myles Garrett. This one was like, this is very dangerous. Rudolph gets tackled and a scuffle ensues, and Rudolph's helmet comes off, and the Browns player literally uses his helmet to slam Rudolph in the head, which is horrible, especially because he's the quarterback. The kind of unspoken rule where you don't like just absolutely destroy the quarterback. He gets hit in the head with his own helmet, and then the Browns player comes running in and just blindside tackles him. This is definitely a dirty fight. I don't know what led up to the initial scuffle, but I mean, this is, you know what? All right, maybe Rudolph deserved this. Rudolph tried to rip the helmet off the Browns guy, so then the Browns guy rips it off him. All right, so maybe Rudolph asked for it, but I mean, I don't think anyone deserves to get hit in the head with a helmet. That could cause like permanent brain damage. That is horrible. And it looks like the Browns player got suspended for a while, but then they reinstated him. And it said both teams got fined, which is fair, I think. I think both teams are at fault here. Technically, Rudolph started it, but Myles Garrett definitely retaliated like way over the top. And that's very dangerous. I don't know if I can like praise this fight because it's like so, it's not even a good fight. Like it's reckless and just playing dirty. I'll give this one like, I mean, it's good. I guess it's good entertainment if you like watching people get hurt, which is pretty bad. We'll give this an 8 out of 10. It's just, I mean, I don't think you'll ever see anything like that, and hopefully we never see something like this again. Right, here is the #1 fight of all time according to the video that I'm reacting to. This is between We got Andre Johnson versus Cortland Finnegan. Two names I would not recognize, but if you're an NFL fan, you probably do. Texans versus Titans. They're just going at it, and once again, helmets come flying off. Both guys' helmets come flying off, and Johnson and Finnegan are just going at it. Full-on haymakers. You can rate their punching form here. Maybe it's not the best, but it was very violent. They're pushing each other. Finnegan takes his helmet off first, and then I guess he goes back at Johnson, and yeah, they just, I mean, it looked like the fight was about to break up, and then they just get right back into it. Johnson rips his off, and then Finnegan rips his off. He throws it. He's getting swung around. Finnegan gets thrown to the ground, and Johnson's just laying it on him. But I mean, I'll give Finnegan credit. He got back up, and it seemed like he was enjoying it. He was clapping like crazy. I always like kind of respect guys that get in fights, and then they're just like right after the fact, they're like ready to go for more. I don't know who won this fight. Let me know down below who you guys think won this fight, and comment down below which fight you think was the best. But this one was pretty solid. I'll give this one a 9 out of 10. Thank you guys for watching. If you do enjoy the NFL ranking videos, subscribe for more. I'm gonna have a couple more till the end of the NFL season, so you're not gonna want to miss that. And don't forget to like the video. I'll see you next time. Peace.